think we're on to JJK. I know everybody's really excited for this episode and this season.
Spicy, yeah.
So Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2, Episode 1, Hidden Inventory, which I guess is the name of the whole arc. So now we know.
Yeah, what is it? Hidden Inventory 1?
The Hidden Inventory arc is what it's called, yeah.
Okay.
So now we know. I had to Google it. I was like, what the hell is the name of this arc, man?
Yeah, I guess that's what they're going to do it. Like, they're going to do Hidden Inventory 1, 2, whatever, and then go into the next arc and maybe do 1, 2, whatever.
Okay.
I don't know.
Huh, interesting.
But we're going to be covering 3 arcs, apparently. So, in this 23 episodes, so.
Sweet. So we're getting sent back in time to when Gojo and Geto were second-year students. So this is like, I think it's 2006 where it takes place. And the show starts off with Meimei and Urahime looking for a not-so-powerful curse. So basically, the show actually opens up with Geto walking around and he finds a demon like in an alley. And he's just sitting there mumbling to himself, exercise and absorb, exercise and absorb. Because if you guys don't know Geto's power, it should be pretty clear if you've watched the movie at least. Basically, he can defeat demons and then eat their souls and basically like absorb their power and use them as like a pawn, which is fucking broken.
It really is. It's nuts because he has thousands of these, and I think that has something to do with their title of this, with the hidden inventory. He's the only person I know with like inventory like that.
That's true, yeah. He's got the old actually you didn't watch that. Campfire Cooking Another World. He had a hidden inventory, a magic inventory that you could just put everything in.
Yeah, Geto's basically got the same thing.
It's the same vibes. You know, he was pulling like a toaster oven out, and Geto's pulling like a level 5, curse out. So
same thing.
A little different. Gotta watch out for them toaster ovens, dude.
Mm-hmm.
But so in this time, demons are popping up like they're everywhere due to disasters of the last year. Geto, when he absorbs this demon, he talks about how demons taste disgusting. They taste like rags that were used to clean up vomit and feces. Homie's just putting these things down, man. He's got a strong stomach.
Look, man, like he seems like a normal individual in this episode, like a very caring person. And like I can see how like the drawbacks of his power might have made him go crazy. Because if you had to eat these vomit feces balls like multiple times a day, every day, like you might go crazy. Like I think that alone could make somebody crazy.
Bro, at least have a chaser, man. Like, you know what I mean?
A nice properly placed can of Coca-Cola to wash it down, you know?
He's got like 6 Cokes on his belt.
So after that, we get into kind of the main point of the first episode. I guess the big plot points. So Meimei is a 2nd grade sorcerer and Urahime is a 1st grade sorcerer. And they're going to investigate this mansion that was owned by a barbecue restaurant owner. And they kind of get into it how they went under and the father killed himself. And so the place is obviously ridden with cursed energy based on that. And it turns out that people have been going there because, 2006, internet is starting to pick up. Everybody's hearing these rumors and everybody's going ghost chasing. So a bunch of people were basically just getting killed and going to like look at this mansion and like, just go on an adventure, I guess. So what's going to happen? The sorcerers get pulled in and Meimei and Urahime go to basically check it out.
Yeah. And it was like a cool little scene because Urahime, I believe, is Meimei's student in some way, shape, or form, because it seems like she was like trying to teach her. And Urahime was also extremely afraid to be alone in this mansion whatsoever. Because Meimei is like, let's split up. You do the 2nd floor, I'll do the 1st floor. And Urahime is like busting in the doors, like she's like, every time she's like opening the door. She looks under the bed of like the last door, and like 3 rats are there, and she like just runs out and like slams the door behind her. It was really funny, like watching her quote unquote work. But then like we kind of get into like they're like imprisoned in this this mansion that you were talking about, Dan, and like they figured out that they're like in some kind of like cursed magic where it makes endless hallways. We've seen something similar to this like in
Chainsaw
Chainsaw
Man.
Man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
I was gonna say, like, this whole first episode, like, reminded me of Chainsaw Man, and Udahime reminded me of Kobeni. Kobeni.
Ah,
I
yeah,
can see
Yeah.
yeah.
that.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
that's
I was like, am I watching Chainsaw Man right now? Like I swear, bro.
yeah. And like, yeah, shows Mei lets Urahime like kind of figure out what's happening. She's like, you missed one thing. Other than that, perfect. And then all of a sudden, they start running away from each other because that's how they break the curse area or whatever. And the place starts falling apart. And then Gojo fucking pops up. He's like, "Hello, guys! I am here to save you." And I thought that was a pretty cool intro for Gojo. But then after that, we kind of like get into a little bit of Gojo and Geto. They're like at a little basketball court, and they're just kind of hanging out. And they kind of get into their like personal philosophies a little bit. And Geto saying protecting the weak is their responsibilities, and talking about how they should be respecting the process and what people ask them about as far as their seniors. And Gojo's like, bro, I'm not assigning meaning to any of this. Like, he just doesn't give a shit. He like, I'm strong, I'm gonna help you, but like, don't look too much into this, dude. It's not that serious. So I'm really like interested to see how Geto made this switch in his mind. I think there's a logical pathway to it without actually changing his personality. I'm just trying to figure out. I just want to see how that happened. So, what do you guys think about that little scene in the basketball court?
I liked it, man. Gojo can fucking ball.
You knew he was gonna hoop.
Dude, he could ball, man. He sunk some crazy shots. Like, that scene was really fun. I thought it was interesting that Gojo had that personality because, I mean, he is very aloof in like the first season of JJK, but he's more I feel like he cares a little bit more, if that makes sense,
Yeah, I follow that. Like, he is still a jokester. He still likes to fuck around, but like he's serious most of the time. In his own way, he's serious. Where he was, I mean, in this episode, they're second year students, so it would make sense more like he's like just more happy go lucky and doesn't give a shit.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like he doesn't give a shit in all in JJK. That's just kind of who he is. But he does seem a little more serious in future arcs.
True.
Or curious, I guess. He wants to see what's gonna happen with like Sukuna and everything else. Like, he's kind of just experimenting, I feel like,
Yeah, he's. I say he's serious, and then our first scene with Gojo is him like sitting on Sukuna's back. So I might have to walk that back a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think serious is the right word, but he's definitely a little more
he has responsibility. Like, he knows he has some
focused.
responsibility. Yeah,
Yeah, he's a little more
good one.
focused.
Yeah. What you think about it, Tyler?
Yeah. One of the things that I really like about Gojo in this season is like his glasses, bro. Like him not wearing a blindfold, instead of wearing the glasses. Like I'm digging that.
The glasses suit him.
Yeah, they really do. I wish that he would have kept on wearing them, but I'm not sure what. Maybe we'll get into that. Maybe we'll get into why he switched from doing the glasses to the headband or whatever. So,
he was taking on the ladies, bro. That's what it was.
I feel like it has something to do with his power, but fair enough, dude. I agree with that. It's also, there was a funny scene where they're getting reamed out by at the time, one of their teachers because they forgot to put up a barrier when they took down this demon and just blew this mansion up. So it was all over the news. It became a natural gas leak, quote unquote. And it's just because they fought a curse there, which I thought was really funny. He's like, how'd you idiots forget to put up a barrier? And then Geto and Shoko just point at Gojo like, hey, look at him, man, not us.
And Gojo's just like, yep, it was me.
No. He was like, how about we stop looking for the person who's at fault here? And Masamichi's like, bro, I know it was you. Shut the fuck up.
I love it.
Yeah, that was a good little scene, man.
I loved it. It was like pretty lighthearted and like funny because I'm pretty sure that it's gonna get really dark really fast. Uh,
I think
so
so.
I'm glad that they're starting off with these kind of scenes because I'm not ready for like to go straight dark and stay there. So
Fair. Very,
Yeah.
very fair.
Definitely. And the episode closed up with kind of setting up for the rest of the season, I feel like. Basically, Master Tengen is the current principal of the Jujutsu schools. And he has this crazy ass power where basically he just continuously evolves and he kind of needs to pull a little Orochimaru and find a new vessel to basically stop him from evolving past the point of being a human, which I thought was really interesting. So Geto and Gojo get a mission to essentially secure the next vessel. I think it was the Star Plasma, is what they called it.
Yeah, the Star Plasma vessel. It's a little. It's like a girl. It's like not like a young girl, like a young woman, I would say. I started getting a little confused at this point. I was trying to take notes and watch it, so I was like pausing a lot. But maybe you guys can explain it to me a little bit.
Yeah, basically just said that was his cursed energy power, and if he doesn't do this, he's going to evolve past the point of human and most likely lose his humanity. So to keep that, he needs to basically absorb a new vessel to reset his clock.
Okay, okay, and that's what they were talking about. It's like when he goes beyond being human, he loses like his ambition or something like that. Like he loses his will. I think he just turns into energy or some shit like that. I don't know.
I don't know if it's energy or if he just becomes like a fucking, human, like no emotion monster kind of thing that they're really worried about. So I thought it was really interesting. It was definitely weird.
It was. It was. Tyler, do you know what the fuck was going on?
I'm not, all I know, bro, is this chick that they're supposed to be watching
Mhm.
just starts flying out the window or out the side of the building, and
Oh yeah,
they're
she
just
got
like,
yeeted.
"Oh shit, man!"
Yeah, because you got like the Star Religious Group. I had to look this up. This is how confused I was. I had to look it up. So it's like the Star Religious Group has like they praise Master Tingen as a god, and they have a vet because they want him to turn into pure energy, go to a higher plane or whatever. They have a vested interest in actually killing this vessel, and that's why Geto and Gojo actually have to protect her. So I did get that far.
Yeah, and there was also a cursed user group called Q, great name, who was
Holy
also
crap.
after them because they want to see the Jujutsu Kaisen, the sorcerers, basically that whole community fall. And what better way to do that than to create chaos by taking out the master?
Okay, okay. So that was a separate group. And so at the end, like we saw like them talking to Fushiguro, not an older Fushiguro, different Fushiguro, not Megami. Um, and was he part of that other group Q or
No,
Qui or
so
Key?
he's kind of like a sorcerer for hire assassin guy from the vibes I got.
Okay,
Because they
okay.
were saying while the Star Religious Group doesn't have cursed energy abilities, they got deep pockets. So my
Okay.
thinking is that they're gonna hire him to go take down this vessel. So we're getting our first introduction to the big baddie. But I was really surprised when they said Fushiguro. I was like, holy shit, is this Megami's dad?
Dude, I think it might be. It might be.
It could
He
be.
said his wife just died. So he could have a little Megami sitting at the house. And my man's trying to get some money.
Or
Baby
he's
gotta
banished.
eat.
Yeah, or he's banished from the clan because his wife died, and that was the only thing keeping him in it. Because he said that he took his wife's name, which I thought was interesting.
Yeah, he did say that.
So I think he is just basically a very strong cursed, energy user who was brought into the family through marriage. Because I mean, this is a really fucked up Japanese weird culture thing they got going on here. So it might have been arranged marriage or something like that. But from what I can tell, he basically was cast aside when she died because they created, the next generation already. So why do they need him there?
That's a good fucking point. Interesting.
So we'll have to see where that goes. I mean, he's definitely going to be the bad guy. He's fucking yoked.
Yeah, I mean, he was giving big bad boy vibes. He was very mysterious looking, clad in black, like you said, swole. So
Real swole. But yeah, what'd you guys think of the intro and outro for this one?
Well, I felt like the outro fit the tone of the season,
Mhm.
but it definitely was not a bigger bop than Lost in Paradise.
That'll never happen. So
Dude,
Yeah.
Lost in Paradise is such a good outro.
that'll never
Yeah.
happen. I mean, that's like the outro version of like Cruel Angel's thesis from like Evangelion. Like it's just peak opening, and like you're not touching it.
Yeah, like
Mhm.
it's the art style of Lost in Paradise outro plus the actual music of Lost in Paradise. Like it's just so good. It just goes hand in hand. But I feel like it was still good, and I feel like the intro went pretty hard.
Yeah,
And like I said, the
Intro was
outro
a bop.
fit.
Intro was an
really-
absolute bop.
I really like the intro too because it started with like a prog rock, like progressive rock kind of vibe to it. Like it sounded like the band
Yeah, bro.
Polyphia, if you know those guys. It sounded like Polyphia, and I was like, oh shit, did they somehow get like this band to do it? And then it changed entirely. I was like, oh, they just had some good progressive rock opening right there. That was awesome.
Yeah, like I was like, the progressive rock like hit my ear, and I was like, you know what? I don't know if this can carry for that long, and it went on for like 15 seconds, and it changed it up. I was like, banger, banger. Here we
Definitely,
go.
man.
But yeah, the outro was good, but like it can't really live up to the last one.
No.
I remember my sister used to fucking hate intros and outros, and I was like, you just gotta let this one rock for a second. She's like, why are you making me? Why does this go so hard?
Talking about the outro, the Lost in Paradise.
Yeah, Lost in Paradise. Yeah, she's like, man, why does this go so hard? I was like, you need to Shazam that shit.
Yeah, you're
Put that in
talking.
your iTunes, kid.
You're talking to the guy with the anime hit Spotify playlist play when I'm getting if I'm getting a little sleepy, I just throw that on, dude, and I bop.
Hey, I got the same shit, bro. Like 70% of my songs on my playlist is anime shit. No, J-pop.
It just goes so hard, bro.
Love it. Tyler, you want to get it? I guess, is that all we have for JJK?
Yeah, I'm done.
I think so. I
Okay.
mean, it was all right. It wasn't a whole
decent
lot
opener.
happening, so
Yeah.
just a little bit. So